Hi, I'm Nelson, and this is the Sir Nelson IELTS and General English Training. In this video, we are going to look at the IELTS speaking test. Specifically, we want to achieve the score of 6+. 6+ means 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those are the higher bands, and any student who scores that will have an advantage wherever he or she takes the IELTS scores. In this particular video, we are going to look at the language of English. English is a graded language. If you want to score 6+, you should grade your language. What's grading the language is the purpose of this video. Take a look. Another key difference between spoken English and many other languages is that spoken English is heavily graded. In other words, native speakers of English usually speak in degrees. Another big word. First we said graded, now we say degrees. I'll give you many examples to understand what I mean. English often uses shades of different meanings. What's the meaning of this? Look at the following example question. Do you like watching TV? Easy question. IELTS questions are not difficult. They ask simple questions because they are not interested in the answer. They are testing your language ability. You are there to demonstrate your English. So it's important to care about how you produce the answer. Do you like watching TV? Now look at the following answers. Number 1, yes, I really like watching TV. Number 2, I guess I'm quite fond of watching TV. 3, for the most part, I would probably say that I quite like watching TV. Number 4, to some extent, I would say I like watching TV. English is a graded language. You must speak in degrees if you want to score 6+. What are the keywords? Number 1, really. I really like. Number 2, I guess. You are speaking. I guess. Quite. You are speaking in degrees. You are not 100%. You are in the middle, but native speakers always speak like that. Even when you are 100% sure, a native speaker will put words like really, guess, probably. Number 2, I guess, quite fond of. Number 3, I would probably, that is speaking in degrees. Speaking in degrees, grading the language, I would probably say. I quite like, quite like. Number 4, to some extent, I would. Remember, when you are going for the speaking test, arm yourself with these words. They are very helpful in speaking. Really, guess, I would probably, I guess, I quite, to some extent, I would say. Would is a very important word. Native speakers use it a lot. Arm yourself with these words and you will score 6+. Number 5, well, I wouldn't say, I actually. These are words that are very common with natives. Well, I wouldn't say. Well, I suppose, probably. Do I like watching TV? Well, it's hard to say. English is a graded language. Native speakers speak in degrees. Degrees, what does it mean? Probably, I guess, I think, I would say. Use that kind of language And then, of course, there are other considerations, but you will be on your way to scoring 6+. At least when you are speaking English, train yourself to use these words. They're very important in speaking, and actually they make you sound much better with this kind of language. The examples above display a common feature of spoken English: the use of speaking in degrees. Many candidates usually begin with a definite and clearly defined yes or no, followed by supporting reasons why mother tongue interference. Many languages are direct, but English is an indirect language. Native speakers don't usually give direct answers of yes and no. They speak in degrees. I would say, I suppose, I guess, I think, probably. I would probably say that. If you are going for the IELTS speaking test, remember, arm yourself with these languages. Speak in degrees, and then you increase your chances of scoring 6+. As we have already stated, a high score in the IELTS speaking test is given when the candidate produces language which is similar to native speaker style English. The first step to achieving a high score in the speaking test is to start speaking English in the following way. 1. Give longer responses. When you are speaking, give longer responses. 2. Avoid being too direct. 3. Use conversation fillers and redundant language. 4. Don't recycle vocabulary. 5. Try to speak in degrees. Very easy to remember. Remember the 5, sing them every time, and remember them whenever you are answering questions in the speaking test. Don't give short answers. Give longer responses. If you give short answers, the examiner is going to penalize you because he has no way of assessing you. You have not given the examiner enough information to test you, to gauge your ability. So give longer responses. Show off. The speaking is an opportunity for you to show off all the English that you can speak. Avoid being too direct. To be continued.